From 2014 to 2020, there has been a 22% increase in mental health disorders and suicide and suicidal tendencies in military members, veterans, and or military
As an
families.
administration, we're gathered together to address an especially urgent struggle. Today, we're unveiling our roadmap to empower veterans and end the national tragedy of suicide. Tremendous problem. Tremendous, tremendous problem. My administration is marshaling every resource to stop the crisis of veteran suicide and protect our nation's most treasured heroes. They've been through so much, and it's such a deep-seated problem. And we're doing tremendous research on everything you can do, but it is something that nobody quite understands, and they're gaining knowledge, but they don't quite understand it. And
Close to 800,000 people die due to suicide every year. 79% of global suicides occur in low and middle income countries.
What is your experience with mental health and suicide?
So, my freshman year of high school, I found out my dad has schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. And when I was 3 years old, after he passed away, I was told that he was just sick. And then I got older, and I was at a visit at the doctor's with my mom, and she asked my mom what happened, and my mom said it was suicide. So I guess my dad and his mental health issues caused him to commit suicide.
This issue does not register Republican or Democrat. This is a human issue. It is something our society is on the frontiers of understanding and dealing with.
How has that affected you personally?
Well, I basically grew up without a dad, and it hasn't been too bad, but it's basic part of life that isn't there.
How has it affected your family?
Well, my mom was left with 4 kids, and she did get paid from the state or government or whatever because of his passing to help take care of us. But she also wanted to work, and she couldn't really do that with all 4 of us at home.
The media has a tremendous opportunity, if not an obligation, to understand this issue and to report on it.
Have you ever experienced anything with mental health or suicide?
Yeah, my cousin unfortunately took her life because she had depression. She was bullied in school, so she really didn't get any help from her peers or other adults, so she really didn't have any help.
The leading factor of suicide is depression, due to the fact that it makes you isolate yourself and you'll feel alone at all times.
How has this affected you and your family's life?
Well, this affected my family's life quite a lot. She was young, so it was pretty tragic that she took her life, and it was just very sad that she had to go so young.
You've already mentioned that we have over 31,000 suicides in this country every year. Many people are very surprised to hear that for every 2 people who die from homicide in this country, 3 people die from suicide. It's been a shock to so many people to hear that. Now, for whatever reason, this problem is more common among males. In fact, in the 15 to 19-year-old age group, the ratio is about 5 to 1 males to female in terms of committing suicide. In the 20 to 24-year-old group, it's 6 to 1. But that really hides another basic fact, and that is that females are much more likely to attempt suicide than males, much more likely to attempt suicide, to be seen in emergency rooms and often hospitalized from injuries. And I think it has a lot to do with the different methods, but the 2 most common methods of suicide used by persons between the ages of 10 and 24 are firearms, which account for 60%, and hangings, which account for 26%. And certainly males are more likely to use these methods, which are much more fatal. So it's a very complex area that really needs more attention.
I hope that you learned something here today, so that way you can help somebody and hopefully even save them so they can stay with us. They can be with you even to this day.